Joseph said to the cupbearer, "Within 3 days, Pharaoh will lift your head and restore you to your position. You will put Pharaoh's cup in his hand." Then to the baker, "Within 3 days, Pharaoh will lift off your head and hang you on a pole. The birds will eat your flesh." Both dreams came true, exactly as Joseph had said. The cupbearer was restored to his position, but he forgot about Joseph. He did not remember his kindness. Joseph remained in prison, faithful, serving, waiting. 2 years passed. 2 years of silence. 2 years of waiting for a man to remember his promise. Pharaoh had 2 dreams that troubled him deeply. In one, 7 fat cows emerged from the Nile. Then 7 thin, ugly cows devoured them. In another, 7 healthy ears of grain were swallowed by 7 withered ears. Pharaoh called all his magicians and wise men, but no one could interpret. His fear grew. Then the cupbearer said to Pharaoh, "Today I am reminded of my shortcomings. When Pharaoh was angry with his servants, he threw me and the baker into prison. We both had dreams, and this young Hebrew interpreted them for us. And everything happened exactly as he said." Pharaoh immediately sent for Joseph. Joseph was brought hastily from the dungeon. They shaved him and changed his clothes. He was brought before Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to him, "I have had a dream, and no one can interpret it. But I have heard it said of you that when you hear a dream, you can interpret it." Joseph replied, "I cannot do it, but God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires." Joseph said, "The dreams are the same. God is telling Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good cows and ears are 7 years of abundance. The 7 thin cows and ears are 7 years of famine. 7 years of great plenty will come, followed by 7 years of famine. The land will be completely ruined by the famine." Joseph continued, "And now let Pharaoh look for a discerning and wise man, and put him in charge of the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh appoint commissioners over the land to take 1/5 of the harvest during the 7 years of abundance. They should collect all the food during the good years and store the grain. This food will be kept for the country during the 7 years of famine." Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Since God has made all this known to you, there is no one so discerning and wise as you. You shall be in charge of my palace, and all my people are to submit to your orders. Only with respect to the throne will I be greater than you." Pharaoh took his signet ring from his finger and put it on Joseph's finger. Joseph was 30 years old when he entered the service of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh said to him, "I hereby put you in charge of the whole land of Egypt." Pharaoh gave Joseph a new name, Zaphenath-Paneah, and gave him Asenath, daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, as his wife. Joseph went throughout the land of Egypt. The 7 years of abundance came to Egypt. Joseph collected all the food produced in those 7 years and stored it in the cities. The abundance was so great, he stopped keeping records. During the years of plenty, Joseph's wife Asenath bore him 2 sons. Manasseh, "God has made me forget my suffering," and Ephraim, "God has made me fruitful in the land of my affliction." Then the 7 years of famine began, just as Joseph had said. There was famine in all the other lands, but in Egypt there was food. When all Egypt began to suffer from the famine, the people cried out to Pharaoh for food. Pharaoh directed them to Joseph. "Go to Joseph and do what he tells you." When the famine had spread over all the land, Joseph opened the storehouses and sold grain to the Egyptians. In Canaan, Jacob heard that there was grain in Egypt. He said to his sons, "Why do you just keep looking at each other? I have heard that there is grain in Egypt. Go down there and buy some for us, so that we may live and not starve." So Joseph's brothers went down to Egypt to buy grain. But Jacob did not send Benjamin, Joseph's only full brother, with them, for he was afraid that harm might come to him. Joseph's brothers came and bowed down before him with their faces to the ground. Joseph recognized them immediately, but he treated them as strangers and spoke harshly to them. "Where do you come from?" "From the land of Canaan," they replied, "to buy food." Although Joseph recognized his brothers, they did not recognize him. "No, my lord," they answered. "Your servants have come to buy food. We are all the sons of one man. Your servants are honest men, not spies." "No," he said to them. "You have come to see the places where our land is undefended." They replied, "Your servants were 12 brothers, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. The youngest is now with our father, and one is no more." Joseph said, "It is just as I said to you. You are spies." Joseph took Simeon and had him bound before their eyes. Joseph gave orders to fill their bags with grain, to put each man's silver back in his sack, and to give them provisions for their journey. After this was done, they loaded their grain on their donkeys and left. At the place where they stopped for the night, one of them opened his sack to get feed for his donkey, and he saw his silver in the mouth of his sack. "My silver has been returned," he said to his brothers. "Here it is in my sack." Their hearts sank, and they turned to each other trembling and said, "What is this that God has done to us?" When they came to their father, Jacob, in the land of Canaan, they told him all that had happened to them. But Jacob said to them, "You have deprived me of my children. Joseph is gone, Simeon is gone, and now you want to take Benjamin. Everything is against me." But the famine continued to be severe in the land. Then Judah said to his father, "Send the boy along with me. We will go at once so that we and you and our children may live and not starve to death. I myself will guarantee his safety. From my own hand you can require him. If I do not bring him back, I will bear the blame before you all my life." Their father Israel said, "If it must be, then do this." So the men took the gifts and double the amount of silver, and Benjamin also. They hurried down to Egypt and presented themselves to Joseph. When Joseph saw Benjamin with them, he said to the steward of his house, "Take these men to my house, prepare a meal, for these men are to eat with me at noon." When Joseph saw his brother Benjamin, he said, "Is this your youngest brother, the one you told me about?" And he said, "God be gracious to you, my son." Deeply moved at the sight of his brother, Joseph hurried out and looked for a place to weep. He went into his private room and wept there. After he had washed his face, he came out